We're live. We're live. Hey. Hi. Ah, something in my eyeball. Not directly. But there. Close enough. Mm. Mm. Oh. It's Tuesday. It's Monday. Fuck. It is Monday. Okay. Hello. So it's happening. It's what is happening though? Haha. We're doing the C++, but before we begin the C++ stream, uh, words or something. I don't know. Yes, yesterday while I was doing the Dragon Quest stream, or in fact, just after, like a split second as I finished the stream, we had a new follower, WW2V2. He or she, they stayed for a large portion of the stream and followed right at the end, and I didn't get to shout them out at the end of the stream because it all happened so fast. And I felt real bad. So small extended shout out to WW2V2. Thanks, dude. It's always appreciated. The views, the follows, and I hope you enjoy the channel. And yeah, obviously today isn't really an enjoyment thing, but we gotta be done. We gotta be done. So yeah, see, it's Visual Studio 2019. You can see we've got Quick 2 RTX, which does not run on a non-RTX video card. I have this Sailor Boy. I clicked the wrong thing by accident, but it's fine. We'll just clean that up. Sailor Boy, what we got? Bodmas. We got Bodmas going on. You did a win. Did we? Double D. Yeah, we did those. We did all those. We did all the exercises, and we're on to 4.5 increment and decrement operators. Are we? I get the feeling I did that as well, but someone's slamming in the background there. Got our drink out already. Welcome to the Mouth Moist stream. In fact, probably gonna do the Unreal stuff tomorrow as well, or maybe even on Wednesday, because I'll be expecting a large parcel from IKEA tomorrow. That might interfere with things, but I'm sure we can get the metal stuff in the evening. I'm sure we can do that. Increment and decrement. Yeah, so if you have plus plus I, it increments it first. If you have I plus plus, it increments it after. Whatever it does. The postfix versions are used when we want to use the current value of a variable. and the prefix versions are when we want to use the incremented variable. So be careful in using these to increment over things like Jesus Christ. Like vectors and what's the other thing? Arrays. Because if you try and dereference one past the end in an array or a vector, stuff gets screwy. It's zero. What's that word? Man, my brain really is a fucking soup these days, eh? The count starts at 0. So if you start with an int that is 0 and you use that as a thing, it's obviously not going to start at 0. It's going to start at 1. Anyway, because this usage pattern is so common, C++ programmers must understand such expressions. Okay, here we go. Vector up, but not including the first negative value. Auto pbeg equals vector dot begin, while pbeg does not equal vector dot end, and starbeg I'm pretty sure that's meant to be star pbeg, because there is no starbeg, and then the pbeg is the beginning of the vector. Print elements up to the first negative value. So pbeg does not equal v.end, and star pbeg, so the pointer, so the value of the vector at pbeg is greater than or equal to 0. Cout star pbeg plus plus. Expression pbeg star pbeg plus plus is usually confusing to programmers both new to C and C++. That is confusing. The precedence of postfix increment is higher than that of the reference operator, so star pbeg plus plus is equal to star pbeg plus plus in brackets. Sub-expression pbeg plus plus increments pbeg and yields a copy of the previous value of pbeg. Its result, accordingly, the operand of star is the unincremented value of pbeg. Thus, the statement prints the element to which pbeg originally pointed and increments pbeg. I guess that's pretty smart, but it does look like the kind of thing that would cause eye cancer. Can't you just put the pbeg outside that? You could just have cout star pbeg end line, and then another line of code that just says pbeg plus plus. Like, I get that you want to write things as efficiently as possible, but for the sake of legibility alone, one line of code, is that gonna cripple your systems? It's how you do it realistically in C, so we'll keep that in mind. So the increment has higher precedence than the diff reference. Okay. Cool. Operands can be evaluated in any order. Most operand operators give no guarantee as to the order in which their operands will be evaluated. Cool. Like a guaranteed order doesn't matter, blah blah. The cases where it does matter are where one sub-expression changes the value of an operand that is used in another sub-expression. Because the increment and decrement operators change their operands, it is easy to misuse these operators in compound expressions. There you go. I'll try and keep that in mind. I mean, it's kind of obvious if you think about it, but I'll keep it in mind. So yeah, star equals 2 upper star big plus plus. Wah wah. Huh. Explain the difference between prefix and postfix increment. So prefix increment increments the value and then returns a copy of the incremented value. Postfix increments the value and returns a copy of the unincremented value. What would happen if the while loop on page 148 that prints the elements from a vector used the prefix increment operator? It would miss the first. It would miss the first value, and it could possibly return a patch of memory which is not within the vector, which isn't good if you didn't already know that. Given that a pointer points to an int, given that PTR points to an int, vec is a vector int, and that ival is an int, explain the behavior of each of these expressions, which if any are likely to be incorrect. How might they be corrected? Pointer does not equal 0 and star pointer plus plus. Doesn't seem to be sensible because a pointer isn't a value. I mean, it probably doesn't equal 0, which is fine. I guess they're checking if the pointer is a valid pointer and not like a null pointer. But even a null pointer will have a value. It just points to null, right? And star pointer plus plus. So that checks to see if the value at the pointer is non-zero, and then increments it, right? I don't really think that's good, but okay. Ival plus plus and ival. That doesn't work. Ival plus plus and ival. So you got ival twice. But this is an and, so that will work. That will fine. So that's that's checking to see if ival is no, that doesn't work. Does that work? Shit. I guess there's one way to find out, but yeah, no, that's bad. That's bad because it has ival plus plus and it has ival. Even if it's just checking if they're both true, right? Even if it's checking if they're both true on either sides of the thing, it's not gonna. It doesn't have a precedence. It doesn't have a precedence for which half of the formula it checked first. So it might check the left ival. It might check the left ival and increment it, or it might check the right ival and then check the left ival and increment that. Maybe? That's a grey area one. Vector ival plus plus is less than or equal to vector ival. That is straight out illegal. So you'd vector ival plus plus less than or equal to vector ival. So you would definitely want to use container ints for these values. So before this expression, you could write int a equals vector ival and int b equals vector ival plus 1. And then you could have your expression vector ival b is less than or equal to vector ival a, or vector b is less than or equal to vector a, sorry. Yeah. Member access operators. The dot and the arrow operators provide for member access. The dot operator fetches a member from an object to class type. The arrow is defined so that ptr arrow mem is a synonym for star pointer dot mem. Maybe we should write that one down. It's important, but also extremely. You know what? We should probably comment out last week's jargon, last week's junk. Stop doing that, please. I guess this is still on some technical level modmass. So we'll keep it there. We'll close that. I want to go back. I tapped and it went to page 2000. What were we on? 200. Bool literal, no. We're close though. I can get it from here. Don't worry. Beware of confusing equality. Here we go. Combining the reference and increment in a single expression. Okay, we've done that. Operands can be evaluated in any order. Okay. Member access operators. Here we go. So we'll have a the dot operator is easy, but That goes to can I type? No, I'm using my keyboard off to the side again. That is that's the important stuff. So if we have x arrow y, it's star x dot y, which is kind of cool. So you can have a pointer to an object, and then you can access member functions through the pointer rather than using the object directly. Wherever you'd want to do that, but you can, and that's cool. Let me just grab my wireless keyboard. 2 secs. 3 secs. Oh, for God's sake. This is the best idea I've ever had. Hey. Cool. Now I don't have to lean over when I use the keyboard. I can just tack where I'm sat. String SL equals a string, star P equals and SL. Auto N equals SL dot size, N equals P star dot size. Run the size member of the string S1. Oh, strings have that native. N equals star P dot size. Okay. N equals P arrow size. That's so cool. That's really cool. Take a little sippy sip. I like that. Run the size member of P, then dereference the result. Star dot P size. Error. P is a pointer and has no member name size. There you go. Gotta have the star in brackets. Otherwise you're trying to dereference the result of the dot on the pointer. It's the same kind of thing as we did before. Remember there was a thing where we had to have the star in brackets because it was a pointer to an int and not a pointer to an array of ints. That's how that works. This code will not compile. Section 4.6 exercise 4.20. Oh shit. We blazing. We straight blazing, dog. Assuming the inter is a vector string, colon iterator, vector string colon iterator. Okay. Indicate any which, if any, of the following expressions are legal. Explain the behavior of the legal expressions. Why those aren't legal are in error. Star inter plus plus. Star inter plus plus. That is tricky. What was that noise? Star iter plus plus. So it's going to do the iter plus plus first and then dereference it, right? But that's fine, right? That will return the value of the vector at iter, and then it will increment the incrementer. Star iter plus plus. No, that doesn't work because you're grabbing the value, and the value is a string. You can't increment a string, can you? I don't think you can increment a string. There's only one way to find out though. Sting. String S equals poopy poopy bum bum. S plus plus. We have our answer, gentlemen and ladies. And say boom, no operator plus plus matches these operands. Operating types are standard string. So no, you cannot iterate across a string with a plus plus with an iterator. You can't iterate a string. Sorry, you can iterate across a string, of course. Star iter dot empty. No. You're asking if, I mean, you want to ask if the value at iterator is empty. However, to do that, you need to put the star iter in brackets because the dot operator has a higher precedence than the dereference operator. In this case, it doesn't work. Or it does work, but it always returns false. Maybe. No, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. It's a arrow empty. That's fine. That is another way you can do it. In fact, that is probably the way that you prefer to do it in C. As you can see, it's written on the screen. Right there. Right there. Written on the screen. Plus plus star iter. No. Again. That's the same as... In fact, actually, that's the same as star iter plus plus, but backwards, right? So yeah, that's fine. So we're going to get the value of the incremented iterator. It's fine. Iter plus plus arrow empty. You would need to have a dereference in that. Plus plus iter empty, no. So you can't use the arrow notation on a thing which isn't a pointer, because that's what pointers, that's what they do for pointers. So you've got your iterator, you want to increment your iterator, and you want to do the empty function on the iterator. So you could do in the iter plus plus in brackets with a star outside the brackets on the left, and then a dot no what yes no what yeah. So if you put a star, if you put a dereference on the iter plus plus and then you dot empty, that will work, because that will use because it's not a pointer. It's not a pointer. It's an iterator. It's an int, essentially. So that's fine. Yeah. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Do you reckon you could use a wireless keyboard to play CSGO? Who knows? The conditional operator, question mark, colon. Let us embed simple if-else logic inside an expression. Oh, the colon does not directly follow the question mark, condition question mark expression 1 colon expression 2. When a condition is an expression that is used as a condition, and expression 1, expression 2, expressions of the same type, or types that can be converted to a common type. Now, if the condition is true, expression 1 is evaluated, otherwise expression 2 is evaluated. String, the example text that they've got here in the C++ primer edition 5 is string final grade equals brackets grade is less than 60 question mark fail colon pass semicolon. Cool. That's pretty cool. So I'm sure we could edit our BODMAS situation here like this. So yeah, you'd have right, so this would be, in this case here, this would be string even check is equal to, or is just one equal sign, the assignment operator, brackets, v modulo 2 is equal to 0, question mark, even colon odd semicolon, and you've just condensed all that into like one line of code. That's amazing. Isn't that amazing, guys? Flipping amazing. You've got to bear with me. This is yeah, okay, it's fine. We'll move on. Nesting conditional operations. Ooh, you can nest one conditional operator inside another. That is, the conditional operator can be used as the condition or as one or both of the expressions of another conditional expression. Jesus. As an example, we'll use a pair of nested conditionals to perform a three-way test to indicate whether a grade is a high pass, an ordinary pass, or a fail. Final grade is equal to brackets grade greater than 90 question mark high pass colon grade is less than 60 question mark fail colon pass semicolon. Huh. So it's kind of like a switch, only not. Also, when are we going to get onto switches? Because that's something that I want to leverage. It's a powerful tool, but I have no freaking idea how they work. Happy to report today, this evening, no packet loss. No packet loss at all. Dropped some frames due to rendering lag, 61 frames, which is 0.0%. Not that it matters today. We're all concentrated on the audio quality and the clicky clacks of the keyboards. Both of them. 2 keyboards. If you ever wondered why people have 2 keyboards, it's because one of their keyboards is real heavy or is stuck in a place where they can't move it easily, and they want a keyboard which is slightly nicer to type on for their back. I mean, this beautiful Razer keyboard is not as good as their old Razer keyboard, sadly. I know, awkward. Just the way it is. But it's at an angle for playing games. In fact, very tempting to replace it with something smaller, lighter. I have an old Nostromo N15 behind me, but it's not very good. I'm not gonna lie. I got it for free, so I can't complain. But you know, it's the technology's past its best. Oh wait, there's information here that we need to read. The conditional operator is right associative, meaning as usual the operands group right to left. Associativity counts to the fact that the right hand conditional, the one that compares grade to 60, forms the colon branch of the left hand conditional expression. What? I'm sorry. My brain seems to have disengaged while I read that sentence. Conditional operators right, so meaning as usual, the operands group right to left. Associativity counts for the fact that the right hand conditional, the one that compares grade to 60, forms the colon branch of the left hand conditional expression. I'll take your word for it. Oh, my monitors started behaving themselves a little bit. There was an NVIDIA update yesterday, which I feared the worst. Feared it was going to break everything like it usually does. But one, I don't have to set the color on any of my monitors anymore because of the CRT external bug. No longer plugged in. Do not use the CRT as a PC monitor anymore, which is a blessing and a shame. So I do enjoy using it. It's a fun screen to use, but it's not very practical for typing, reading text, doing anything wrong really. Doing things, it's bad, but appreciating a light, it's very nice. It's basically a decorative lamp at the moment. And I guess it's one of the ways you can experience the classic video games of the past. I played everything up to PS3 on it, in fact, until I went to uni. Anyway, back to C, because we've been live for 36 minutes, and I have using a conditional operator in an output expression. C out gray brackets. So you got to put the whole thing in brackets. Okay. So if you put the whole thing in brackets, it will print whatever string literals you put in. If you put just the conditional expression in brackets, it will print the Boolean result of the conditional. It will not print the string literals that you have. And if you do not have any brackets at all, it will throw your code in your face and say, "Begone with you, knave." Yeah, okay. So anything to the left of the question mark is basically just a Boolean query. And whatever is returned to that position, if it's a 1 or a 0, or a true or a false, or a 0 or a non-zero value, sorry, it will then it will give you your things. The right hand one is the true. No. Yes. No, the right hand one is the false. The left hand one is the true. And you can use it to output raw Boolean data if you need it to, which is kind of cool. Write a program to use a conditional operator to find the elements in a vector int and have odd value and double the value of each such element. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna make a vector. So what we got here? We got armrests in my way. Vector int mint nope, not those, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66. That's okay. It's not indented, but it's okay. Auto v mint. V times equals V modulo, yeah, V modulo 2 is equal to 0. Whoa. Hash is not the modulo symbol, it's percent, sorry. Yeah, V modulo 2. Is that not an error? Have we not just been doing that? No, it worked fine, apparently. So, as we can see, we've got 1, which has been doubled to 2, 2, which has been unchanged, 3, which is doubled to 6, excellent, 4, unchanged, 5, doubled to 10, 6, unchanged, 7, doubled to 14, 8, unchanged, 9, doubled to 18, and so on and so forth, all the way up. Even 55, our largest odd number, was doubled to 110. Isn't that beautiful? All that in just such a tiny space of code, and I managed to actually do it without messing up once. Booyakasha! Time for a sippy sip. We're going to end this soon. because 41 minutes. There's only so much learning my brain can do these days. I mean, I say that it's actually not true. If I dedicated whole days to this, you know, chunked it up into like half-hour chunks, I could learn so much more C++. Maybe not. Who knows? Extend the program that assigned high pass and fail grades to also assign low pass for grades between 60 and 75. Inclusive write two versions. One version that uses only conditional operators. The other should use one or more if statements. Which version do you think is easier to understand and why? I think ifs, like visually, when you're looking at it as a person, if statements are far more easy to understand. Ooh, what the hell did I just do? Oh, I had it all selected. I see. Int grade C in grade and then C out, I guess. Why not? Let's get wild. C out. Oh my god. Can we multi-line this thing? This is gonna look weird and probably won't work, will it? Grade is less than 90. This is greater than 90 here. Okay, we'll roll with that. So there's high pass, colon, grade less than 60. Like, do we have to have bands in this thing like this? Grade 40 is less than grade is less than 60. So I remember this. I remember trying to do this, and in fact, the only way to get it to work was to put an and in the middle. And grade is less than 60. Medium pass, colon, enter, tab. $20. This is a real I think that's all I need to do. And it's gonna be like, buddy. Oh no, because this is C out, isn't it? Why? Why did you destroy my formatting? Why are you doing this to me? Local debugger. It's gonna do this. It's gonna ask us for input. 100. High pass. Okay, good. It's fine. Local debugger. 20. Fail. Okay. Local debugger. 21. Low pass maybe. Uh, 45. Medium pass. So it works. That is absolutely legitimate code. In fact, you know what? This is actually written out like this, formatted like this, where everything is nice and laid out. Actually, maybe slightly easier to read than ifs. Thank you. I would like to do. What am I doing? Grade is Does C++ have elif, or is that just Python? Let's find out. C out. Sharp elif. Nope. Else if. I did that top one wrong, didn't I? Or did I? I did, yeah. Poopy. Less than 60 and greater than 40. Those bounds need to be like less than 90 greater than 60 and less than 60 greater than 40. Ah, what a fucking brain. I'll change it in just a second. Else if. I'll just copy it from here, in fact. Grade typing. Grade is less than 90 and grade is greater than 60. See out. Okay, pass. Grade is less than 60, and grade is greater than 40. See out. I don't want to risk it. So let's change this real quick. So that has to be 90. And it should be greater than or equal to. Don't want any corner cases. Grade is greater than 90. Grade is less than or equal to 90. Greater than 60. I was wondering why it looked like really weird. Less than or equal to 60. Greater than 40. There we go. Yeah, this is pretty legible, to be fair. Especially when it's laid out like this. Visual Studio 2019 does not like me doing this. It wants to arrange everything as if you need curly braces. Also, check this out. As of C++, I believe you don't need. In fact, as of C, you don't need curly braces. If you're doing a one-line execution in an if. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you nothing that you did not know that, because I'm sure at least one person knows that. 99. High pass fail. Grade is less than 90. Less than 90, greater than 60. Throw some equals here because that's right. Grade is greater than 90. Whoa, what was that? Is that the moth? There's a moth in my room. In this zone. I'm sure it's just here because it likes the warmth. I've tried to get him out, but he's not cooperating. Yeah, whatever. Yes, so that was a big poopy fail. High pass, mega pass. There we go. High pass, mega pass. Run it again. 56. Low pass maybe. Cutting it fine there, buddy. Oh, I missed a space. Yes, it works. Did I even finish putting those equals in? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Cutting it fine there, buddy. So there we go. I'll finish off these exercises and then I will I'll call it a night. Using the following expression fails to compile due to an operator precedence. Use table 412. Explain why it fails. How would you fix it? String s equals word. Word string literal. The word word is the string s. String s is the literal string word word. String p1 equals s plus s. S dot size minus 1 is equal to s colon s semicolon. Yes, it fails to compile because you're an idiot. You need brackets. You need two brackets around that. You need brackets around the entire conditional, and you need brackets around the conditional function at the start of the conditional. So it would be string s equals word, string p1 equals s plus brackets s square brackets s dot size brackets minus 1 square brackets no brackets is equal to s end brackets question mark string literal blank colon string literal s brackets semicolon. Exercise. Our program that distinguishes between high pass, pass, and fail depending on the fact that the conditional operator is right associative. Describe how that operator would be evaluated if the operator was left associative. Oh, fucking clue, mate. You've got me there, buddy. I don't know. You know what? If you get this far into the video and you do know, you send me a message, buddy, because I'm gonna have to look that up. That is a brain tickler, for sure. Being right associative, what does that mean? What does it mean, man? If it was left associative. If it was left associative, it would jump straight to the final thing, wouldn't it? It would just jump straight to fail. Probably. But I don't know, and I will find out later. Probably much later. Possibly years down the line. But yeah, that's about all I have time for tonight. Is 20 to midnight. I'd like to remind you. And you know, people gotta hydrate, people gotta sleep. Those two things. If you're here, hydrate, sleep, do it. You'll feel great. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off now. So, thank you again, WWTV2, for the follow yesterday. Sorry, you you didn't follow on the stream, so you can get the shout out at an important and busy period of my Twitch week. Shame. But you've had, you know, one at the start and the end of this, so I hope you're satisfied with that. I'm satisfied with that for the moment. Thank you for tuning into the live video. Thank you for tuning into the video on demand. If you tune into the video on demand, don't forget, guys, if you miss VODs on Twitch, they're on YouTube too. Link is literally in the info panel. You just press the YouTube button that says VOD on it. Simple as. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.